This is Nightline.
Tonight, America at war. The battle with Iran rapidly escalating. A U.S. submarine sinking an enemy warship by torpedo. The first time since World War II.
We are just getting started. We are accelerating, not decelerating.
We're learning more about the U.S. service members killed in this war.
I just wish he could have known one more time that we all loved him.
And thousands of military families bracing for what may come next.
What does this mean for my husband? What does this mean for my family?
War with Iran. Nightline special coverage continues. Tonight is day 5. Plus, from American Idol to murder suspect.
We waited all day for you.
Well, good things come to those who wait.
For the first time, we're seeing the dramatic body camera footage.
Okay. Take a breath.
Is she gone?
Look at me. Look at me. Take a breath.
Of police arriving at his home the night she was murdered. He's now charged with murder. And love story. Bunnie Xo and Jelly Roll are country music royalty.
Somebody save me.
His wife Bunnie says his signature anthem, Save Me, is about how they found salvation in each other, overcoming years of trauma and addiction.
I feel like we saved each other. We don't have the stereotypical love story.
Opening up about her past as a sex worker and the moment in their marriage that almost broke them.
From ABC News headquarters in New York, this is Nightline.
Good evening. Thank you for joining us. We begin tonight with the former American Idol contestant now charged with his wife's murder. We're seeing the newly released video of his stunning first encounter with Ohio police after his wife died. Caleb Flynn breaking down and sobbing hysterically. Here's ABC's chief investigative correspondent, Aaron Katersky.
When officers arrived at Caleb Flynn's house near Dayton,
Police department, if you're in here.
They found the one-time American Idol contestant hysterical.
Okay. Take a breath.
Is she gone?
Look at me. Look at me. Take a breath.
It was about 2:30 in the morning, February 16th. Flynn had placed a frantic call to 911, blaming an intruder for killing his wife, Ashley.
What are you seeing?
My wife she's got 2 shots to her head. There's blood everywhere. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God.
When police arrived, they found Ashley Flynn dead. The couple's 2 young daughters were asleep inside the house.
The girls don't know. The girls are sleeping.
Flynn heard on the phone, delivering the news about his wife.
Ashley's gone. She's gone. Someone broke in and shot her.
A short time later, an officer is seen explaining something he noticed.
That back door is open. There's like a door on the side right there. It's open, so...
You guys cleared the garage and everything?
Yeah. We didn't... The truck, the center console with truck's open, and that's where he said he keeps his gun.
Several days later, Caleb Flynn was arrested for murder.
You have the right to remain silent.
Flynn is now charged with murder, assault, and evidence tampering. He has pleaded not guilty. He appeared on the 12th season of American Idol.
We waited all day for you.
Well, good things come to those who wait.
Flynn said in a 2013 Road to Hollywood interview his wife encouraged him to audition.
I love my wife more than anything.
Our thanks to Aaron. Now to our special ongoing coverage, War with Iran. This is day 5, the death toll climbing with more devastation and destruction across the region. A U.S. submarine sinking an enemy warship by torpedo, the first time since World War II. In all, 11 nations are now involved, and we're with the military families at the center of it, those mourning the lost and those fearful of what's to come. Fayetteville, North Carolina, also known as home of the airborne, because of its proximity to Fort Bragg, is thousands of miles away from Iran. But people here like Kravis Tabron Jr. know very well the beginnings and aftermath of war.
In October '69, I was going through basic training right here at Fort Bragg. People ask me all the time, did you like the Army? No, I love the Army.
This is one of the items.
Tabron Jr. owns a sweater embroidery store now, but that love he talks about led him to serve his country for 29 years, first as an infantry soldier during the height of the Vietnam War, and later in the Gulf War.
The big thing is, anytime you're going to deploy the forces of the United States and put soldiers at risk, there should be congressional approval to make that happen, because there's always a possibility of soldiers being hurt and or killed.
His battlefield days may be behind him, but for his grandson, 25-year-old Kyrie Angel. They may lie just ahead.
When I heard that America had bombed Iran, I immediately called my grandson to see, one, if he had deployed. My grandson simply said that he was on standby, waiting further orders.
As the war rages on, the violence and destruction has only escalated.
The Pentagon saying we're just getting started and striking deeper into Iran.
More strikes on Tehran and Lebanon, retaliation from Iran against U.S. embassies and consulates.
Israel and the U.S. pounding Iran, while Iran launching a new wave of strikes across the Gulf. Images emerged of a downed Iranian missile that slammed into a Syrian field.
The Iranian Navy rests at the bottom of the Persian Gulf.
Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth announcing a U.S. submarine sank an Iranian ship in international waters.
It was sunk by a torpedo. Quiet death. The first sinking of an enemy ship by a torpedo since World War II.
The death toll inside the country rapidly increasing. Iran says more than 1,000 people have died amidst the conflict. 6 American service members were killed by an Iranian drone strike at a port in Kuwait. The service members have been identified as Major Jeffrey O'Brien, Captain Cody Cork, Sergeants First Class Nicola Moore and Noah Tejans, and Sergeant Declan Cody. The 6th is believed to be Chief Warrant Officer Robert Marzin, pending a positive ID by military medical examiner. Sergeant Cody was 20.
This was the morning before we dropped him off for him to leave. He was our cat Autumn's favorite.
His family in Iowa crushed.
I just wish he could have known one more time that we all loved him because he was so amazing and kind.
For years, Kuwait has been considered one of the safest deployments. It's always been known as the cush deployment, the stable one, the predictable one. So to see these attacks take place in Kuwait, it hits differently. It hits really close to home.
There are roughly 50,000 troops in the Middle East, according to Central Command, with additional forces continuing to arrive.
Just a few years ago, more than 500,000 active duty U.S. service members were 25 or younger. For those families who have a loved one in the military, this is personal. This is immediate. And the waiting for a text, a call, and I'm okay is the hardest part for these families, especially at the beginning of a war.
All of these questions are running through my mind. You know, what does this mean for our country? What does this mean for my husband? What does this mean for my family?
Brittany Chandler is one of the many military spouses worried about their loved one's safety.
To not be able to speak to him, it's incredibly difficult. I'm in that survival mode still, you know, just laser focused on taking care of my kids, meeting their needs, you know, providing dinner, meals, homework help. But at the same time, in the back of my mind, of course, I miss him and I just want so badly to talk to him, you know, for reassurance.
Chandler says beyond the headlines, this is personal.
Military spouses who hold it down at home, I see you. I see the dinners you cook. I see the meals you prepare, the homework that you help with, the bedtime routines. It matters.
My son, Jason, is, of course he's worried about his son and about the possibility of his son deploying.
Tabron Jr.'s family is a family of veterans. His father, sister, and brother all served. Now it seems it may be his grandson's turn to stand in harm's way. While their commitment to the service remains steadfast, they're holding their breath, standing in prayer for whatever comes next.
And I always say the loss of any soldier is always one too many.
And stay with Nightline for a continuing coverage of the war with Iran. Up next, love story. Bunnie Xo was opening up about her marriage with country music star Jelly Roll, how they overcame years of trauma, infidelity, and addiction. Welcome back. Bunnie Xo and her husband, country music star Jelly Roll, have a love story for the ages, both coming together and overcoming trauma and infidelity. The now best-selling author sat down with my Nightline co-anchor, Juju Chang.
I'm a lost cause.
Jelly Roll is one of music's biggest names. The three-time Grammy winner's signature anthem, Save Me, is about his life on the edge.
Life has shattered my hopes and my dreams.
But his wife of 10 years, Bunnie Xo, says they found salvation in each other.
I feel like we saved each other. We don't have the stereotypical love story. And I never wanted the stereotypical love story. I think that it's wrong for people to paint a picture of a relationship being absolutely perfect, because it's not.
Far from perfect, Jelly Roll is an ex-felon and an ex-drug dealer who's been open about his past as he's rocketed to the top of the country charts.
I think I stop every day and try to think about it. I couldn't have even told myself in my juvenile cell this was going to happen. I could have never guessed.
They married years before he became a household name. Bunnie grew up on the rough side of Sin City and worked for more than a decade as a sex worker.
You continued sex work while you were on tour with Jelly. That must have been fraught.
I fell in love with my husband because he treated me like no other man had. He never used my job against me. He never shamed me for it. He just loved me.
Bunnie Xo, a.k.a. Alyssa DeFord, has come a long way from her tumultuous upbringing.
Who was Alyssa before Bunnie?
Alyssa was a little girl from Vegas who grew up in survival mode and left home at 14 and was just trying to find her way.
Today, she's not only Jelly Roll's better half, she's a baller in her own right, hosting one of the most popular podcasts out there, Dumb Blonde.
What's up, babies? Welcome back to another episode of Dumb Blonde.
With more than 10 million social media followers, she is always keeping it honest and real with her fans, including talking about Jelly's almost 300-pound weight loss.
Your husband has gone from being 500 pounds
Yes.
to being far less than that.
Yes, he's always been hot. I've always looked at my husband and just loved him at any size, and I will continue to love him at any size. But now it's like he has a different, like, I call it like he's like peacocking, you know, and like he's got a little pep in his step, and like, you know, he just has this inner sunshine that he didn't have before.
He's also been honest about how it's changed your sex life.
Yes. I'm sure the world is tired of hearing about our sex life, okay? Because I'm tired of hearing about it too. But yes, it has.
You know, I think a lot of people think of him as an unlikely music star. But what do you think it is about Jelly that makes him so deeply appreciated and his music resonates so much with people?
I think it's because he is like just happy to be here. He is so thankful. He is so humble.
Now 46, Bunnie is bearing it all in her New York Times #1 best-selling memoir, Stripped Down, Unfiltered and Unapologetic.
You've had multiple run-ins with the law. What do you think led you in that direction?
No guidance. You know, you're 14 years old, you're on the streets, you have to make some sort of money for yourself. I did figure out very early on that I was not a good criminal. I always got caught, and I didn't like it.
We created a little piece of art for you.
This is beautiful. This is a Monet.
This is a collage.
Yes.
It's collage art. When you look at these mugshots, what goes through your mind?
From start to finish would be a really, really sad little girl who just got arrested for her first time and doesn't know what's going on. And then at the very last one is a girl who is lost in addiction and who doesn't care if she gets arrested or wakes up tomorrow or, you know, makes anything of herself.
There was also abuse and sexual abuse as well. How do you think that's played a role in the way your life unfolded?
I feel like my life has just been surrounded by sexuality since the beginning, whether I wanted it or not. I don't think any child should ever have any sort of sexuality around them. It's disgusting.
Her life eventually led her to the darker side of Vegas.
Growing up in Vegas, you don't grow up and say, I want to be a doctor. I mean, there are people who say that, but the majority back then especially was, I want to be a showgirl. And when you can't make it being a showgirl, what happens? You end up becoming a stripper. And then from there, the layers go on.
And how did that morph into sex work?
You know, you get these men that would come in the club and say, oh, well, I'll give you X amount of dollars for 20 minutes. And you start to, like, your moral compass waves because you get so exhausted being groped every night by different men when you could just go see one man for, 20 minutes and then go home for the night and cuddle up in bed.
You talk about the easy money. What was the biggest payout you had?
Definitely 6 figures. Yeah. I had a few of those, actually. But
north of $100,000?
More.
For a night?
Yes.
And so you talk about how being in control of your sexuality actually helped heal your trauma?
Mm-hmm.
In what way?
I think that was an excuse that as I've done therapy and really gotten away from sex work, I've learned that was a girl who was in survival mode making an excuse to do what she was doing. And I don't recommend anybody ever getting into sex work to try to heal their trauma. But I do think that it was little me trying to take my power back.
While abusing drugs and selling her body, Bunnie says she was also in a toxic relationship.
You describe black eyes, broken bones, hospitalizations, and yet you go back. Please explain that to people who don't understand what that kind of intimate partner violence looks like.
It is probably one of the hardest addictions you'll ever have to break. It is an addiction. You become addicted to the highs and the lows. You become addicted to the chaos. Abuse really changes your brain.
That all changed with Jelly Roll playing the role of supportive husband,
joining Bunnie at 92NY.
My wife is a beautiful soul with a beautiful story, and I want to hear it straight from her.
But Bunnie says their relationship wasn't always easy. Jelly Roll had an affair that nearly destroyed it, which he's acknowledged and publicly expressed regret about.
Everybody thinks I just got back together with him and forgave him and, was like, oh, everything's great. No, I mean, we had to really do the work. We are going to wake up and choose each other. Even on days I don't like you, I'm still going to choose you because not every relationship is perfect.
Our thanks to Juju. Coming up, Singapore Adventure, Disney's new cruise line. And finally tonight, Disney Adventure is setting sail from Singapore. It's the 8th and largest in Disney Cruise Line's fleet. About 6,700 passengers will board 7 themed areas across the 1,100-foot vessel.
This ship has been a long time coming. We start with a really bold vision on a product that we want to create. The Imagineers immediately get to work, and here it is now. It was amazing to see the Disney Adventure come into the port last night, just a spectacle.
The Disney Adventure was christened with actor Robert Downey Jr. serving as the ship's godparent. The maiden voyage getting underway Tuesday, March 10th, sailing from its home port of Singapore. And that's Nightline for this evening. Catch all of our full episodes on Disney Plus and Hulu. We'll see you right back here tomorrow. Thanks for the company, America. Good night.